having one right now. Why is this dude talking about breakfast food, right? But in that moment, when I started getting that feeling, I realized there was a disconnect between what I wanted in my life and what I was actually doing. And that started me on a journey to really start recalibrating what I wanted and how I wanted to do it. For me, it actually led to me becoming a speaker and doing more of that. But you gotta understand, at the time, I was working 15 minutes away from my house and having dinner with my family 3 times a week. I was working 60, 70 hours a week. I was, if you've ever been in the education industry or know those that have been in it, it's always about the students, always about the students. And
easier than ever before and demonstrates our ongoing commitment to providing that support for this industry, the trucking industry. For 24 consecutive years, our province has ranked, as I mentioned earlier in my remarks, as a top 5 North American tourist.
People look for opportunities where they are. You will not stop them. TTSAO is very passionate about anti-trafficking, legal migration, and so these people come. These people look for opportunities. They end up driving your trucks. Are you sure about the quality of the people that you're taking home? I'm not talking about only Ugandans. People come from all over the world into Canada looking for opportunities because that's where they are.
I'm Derek McDonald, founder driver verified. This is Caleb Craw, the president. We want to thank everyone here for working with us over the last few years. Originally, we developed platforms for drivers to track and store their information. That's kind of one of our core products. I have an insurance background, so when you want to onboard a driver, it's going to be very difficult for them to have the information that you need, so that's one of the areas that we work in. So I kind of differentiate 2 marketplaces. You have trucking, which I consider kind of long haul, over the road public freight, which is kind of your core models and the people that you work with. But then there's everyone else. Your landscaper, your contractor. The truck is just a necessary piece of equipment to get from job to job. And they lack HR, training departments, all these other things. So we have a void in the marketplace on training what I call the G-class heavy driver. So anything between 4,500 to 11,000 kilograms. And then in the farm space, up to 15,000 kilograms if you're just traveling in your own area, hauling your own property.
Classroom training can be maximized with 8 candidates at a time, and there is some flexibility there as well, classroom training ratios in particular. And we are also open. If you have kind of proposals to us on how you may alter or provide the training somewhat differently, please have conversation with us because we are open to flexibility there.
In making this announcement and partnering with them for instructor training. So let's turn good drivers into good instructors, put them through a proper course. There's a 5-level course with the CDTA we will be partnering with. And we're just working out the last few details, and I think within the next 60 to 90 days, the schools that are here will be able to start sending instructors for instructor certification that is going to be done online. And this is
It's a testament to Philip and his team and the support and the commitment to your success. But it's also a pretty great deal. So I hope that at the end of this, you can see all of the support that you have access to, and hopefully if you're not using it that you'll start using it as, as soon as you can, because we're here to support you. A little bit about where we're at in terms of construction, and I'll be spending some of the presentation today talking about some of the features that you'll encounter when you are eventually crossing the Gordie Howe International Bridge. Just a note from where I'm from. My organization is the Windsor Detroit Bridge Authority. We're a Canadian Crown corporation, and our mandate is the Gordie Howe International Bridge.
Specifically, what we do is we manage captive insurance programs for trucking companies, long-haul trucking companies that run into the U.S., primarily over 50%, if not over 60 to 70% U.S. mileage. Long haul, we have about 100 clients and bringing about $50 million in gross written premium across our various programs. So this afternoon,
I have 7-year-old instructors that use my tablets. So when people say they can't use a tablet, I say the 7-year-old guy with the flip phone is going to teach you how to use it, and he teaches them how to use it. It's beyond simple. I love simple. I love solutions. I don't like putting numbers out there, but I've actually probably invested 1.2 million or 3 million in this thing so far. I love my school, but I love helping other schools.
As of right now, we have 27 wrapped trailers in this province. 10 are wrapped through schools. This wouldn't be possible without one other very special lady in this room today. Shelley, unfortunately, is sick. She couldn't be here. But Angela from Big Rig Wraps. Stand up.
In terms of how you show up. So some of her new drivers were scared because they heard about certain incidents happening out on the road, and she wanted to provide some training, some safety training, but more specifically self-defense. I teach self-defense to her female drivers so that they were prepared when they're out on the road.
Hey, Steph.
Hi, everyone. My name is Samantha Clark, and I'm the Executive Director with Women's Trucking Federation of Canada. And unfortunately, Shelley couldn't be here today. She's not feeling that great. But she did ask me to please extend a huge thank you to the TTSAO, Phil, Ken, all the board of directors, all the members, and then of course, Jeff and his team for bringing the truck down and playing actors that day. Great video.
So both, yeah. I just wanted to say that both Mary and I started when we were 2, just in case you're wondering. It's true. So actually, I was going to add both Eva and Steve, along with myself, have probably more years with ministry in circle than we would want to have anybody know about. So.
In the meantime, we're shuttling our resources in from Kitchener, Guelph, and Hamilton because we bumped up there considerably. Burlington is in a position where the increased demand at this site is all.
Before I do that, Jeff and Christy, Jeff's wife, were the sponsors of last night's cocktail party. It's a wife, should I say partner?
No wife, yeah. Well, she's the warden.
I'm going to stay away from that.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Yeah.
At any rate, Jeff is not only a member of TTSAO and Christy with their company, but they're also a proud sponsor of last night's cocktail party. So, Jeff, on behalf of the TTSAO and 10th Street, we congratulate Mama Winnan and I turn it over to you.
Thank you, sir. We are the lucky ones at our company with Roland. He's the one that makes it possible for us. See him in tears because he's like family. You know, he comes to our
Phil, he's got cash.
Okay, we have 200, we have anything higher than 200. 210? No, we're gonna sell 200? Going once? Going twice?
So, on with what you just offered, that have really worked with the schools. The last thing that I'd like to just touch on is where we've seen ultimately the end user within the industry. The end user being the carriers. These are just 3 stats that have stepped up since we've used it. On the hiring side, we've been able to prove some key ROIs which have helped organizations as they try and get ahead of driver shortages.
And pass them on to the next people that are going in the driver's seat. This is a big challenge and we have a big responsibility, but I want to thank you all for being here to rise to the occasion of meeting that responsibility. Our sponsors have been fantastic. We have sponsors here that look after the funding for our training. They look after how we can better improve our training. They look after programs that augment what we do. And we've had some fantastic relationships with them that I want to continue on well into the future. So.